assembled.
And I'm Nicholas Rodriguez Fernandez. Now, a bunch of great movies came out in 2014. We're here to tell you what the top 10 best 2014 movies are. So,
check this out.
Big Hero 6 was another one of those amazing animated movies that came out in the year 2014. It was great to see a Marvel movie in Pixar animation. You obviously have to love Baymax. He's just so adorable. I mean, like, look at him. He's so adorable. There's no way a person in this world cannot love Baymax. And of course, this movie has many characters. And personally, I love them all. If you've not seen Big Hero 6 yet, get up and go watch it now.
Everything is awesome.
The Lego movie was indeed awesome. The whole movie was just amazing. The animation amazing. Because half of it is made with stop motion animation and the other half is made with CGI. Half of the time you can't even tell the difference, which I absolutely loved. This has to be one of my favorite animated movies of 2014.
Captain America the Winter Soldier was a very nice surprise for me because I was not expecting it to be as good as it was. Winter Soldier was not only great as a superhero movie, but it also had some elements of a spy thriller that I was not expecting. It was very well directed, and I also enjoyed that they tried to limit the amount of CGI used in the film to make it seem more realistic. I felt as if this was Marvel showing us that their films could be more than just the run-of-the-mill superhero movies. This is definitely one you shouldn't miss. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is one of those sequels that completely outdoes the original. I enjoyed Rise of the Planet of the Apes very much, but Dawn of the Planet of the Apes knocked it completely out of the park for me. This one stepped everything up. The stakes were higher, the action sequences were bigger, the apes looked better. All of this came together to create one of the best sequels of the year, and one of the best movies of the year to boot. The Imitation Game was an intriguing movie from the start. The film opted to show the side of World War II that is not often seen by moviegoers. Alan Turning's story is often shocking and interesting. Benedict Cumberbatch provides a wonderful performance, and this historical thriller will no doubt stay with audiences long after the credits have rolled. In a summer dominated by sequels, it was nice to see a very original and unique film. Even though the movie focuses on a man having to live the same day over and over again, the repetition of the day never gets boring. The movie combines humor and action into one nice little package. It had great performances by Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt, and a very interesting story. If you haven't seen this one yet, I highly recommend that you do.
Your very lives depend on it.
Nightcrawler is one of the most creepiest movies that came out of 2014, and Jake Gyllenhaal, he did a fantastic job in playing his character Luke. Now, what he does is that he goes out chasing accidents or being in them. The movie shows what happens when you get too much into your own job.
X-Men Days of Future Past was one of my most anticipated movies of 2014, and it did not disappoint. This movie gave me everything that I wanted and more. Bryan Singer returned as director and delivered the X-Men movies fans wanted. The old and new cast members came together and had excellent chemistry. The story was interesting, and it was exciting to watch the whole thing unfold. This was definitely one of the best movies of the whole year. Gone Girl was perhaps the most interesting film of the year. With a plot full of twists and turns, Audiences have no idea where the story will go next. Masterfully directed by David Fincher and excellently acted by Ben Affleck and Rosamund Pike, Gone Girl shows audiences the darker side of this couple's marriage. This suspenseful movie is definitely not one to be missed.
And obviously number one has to go to Guardians of the Galaxy. This movie was amazing. And surprisingly, a lot of people are saying this is the new generation of Star Wars. And I agree with them. Because this movie is really good. And it's as good as the original Star Wars. This movie balances out the comedy with the seriousness. This movie has great visual effects, great CGI, great actors who portray their character perfectly. Everything's well done.
Stand out in a crowd, but someone picked you from the bunch. One glance was all it took. Now it's
And that's it. That's our top 10 2014 movies. Now, it wasn't that easy making this list, to tell the truth. It was hard and difficult because so many great movies came out this year, or last year I should say, that it was hard to put them in one single order. And in the words of Roger Ebert,
when we go to the theater and empathize with those people who are not ourselves, it makes us better people, more broad-minded, more able to understand what's right with the world and what's wrong with the world. It creates our ability to step out of our own shoes. One of the marks of civilization is to be able to somehow step outside your own mind and your own experience and understand what it is like to be a person of another race, another age, another gender, another nationality, to have different physical capabilities, to have different beliefs. And when I go to the movies, for 2 hours at least, I have an out-of-the-body experience. If the movie is working for me, to some degree, I am that person on the screen. I am having vicariously an experience that happened to someone else. And that makes me a better person, or it can make me a better person. And I sincerely believe that to see good films and to see important films is one of the most profoundly civilizing experiences that we can have as people.
and that's what movies are about.
Thank you for watching our top 10 best movies of 2014 list. We hope you enjoyed. I'm Matthew Rumbold.
And I'm Nicholas Rodriguez Fernandez, and we'll see you at the movies.